Or, of course, you could go to the random draw, which we did say yesterday would be the plan. Has the plan changed?
Random draw.
Random draw, I love it. Okay, that keeps everyone on their toes. So, computer, in your own time, when you are ready, we will go to the random draw to find out Callum's second opponent in this streak. Who will it be? Come on down, Kristi Caulfield! He's been champing at the bit for about the last 12 hours, I think.
Very entertaining. And it looks like Kristi's feeling it an early morning start here. Just going off the way they're looking out in the arena, you just get the sense.
He was enjoying yesterday evening. He looked like he was raring to play at the end of the night. It's not obviously a super early start compared with the way some tournaments would be, but still.
8 balls straight away, golden break, we're right into it. Ball 1, Callum Singleton is 1-0 in front. He threatened to do this yesterday, cut break all day, and he's finally got himself a golden break. The third one in the competition so far, and the first one by somebody not called Scott Yardley, and well, that just makes it even tougher for Kristi Caulfield for all the reasons we were just talking about. Andy's 1-0 down.
Starting one frame behind as well.
I really like Callum's reaction, though. I really enjoyed Callum's attitude yesterday. He's been low on confidence, low on form, but yesterday he's like, yeah, I'm going to come out here, win 3 matches, and same thing, I'm going to come out here, win last night, win 2 more today. And he didn't over-celebrate the golden break. He turned around, put down his break cue, picked up his playing cue. No hand of apology like some players like to do. It's very kind of quite a stern reaction.
Yeah, he's been all business on the table.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you construe that as he's serious about winning it or he's just trying to be respectful. I mean, you can see it a few different ways.
No, I think it's great. I think it's really good to see. So we will get to see Kristi for the first time. Then he's made a ball off his break. Kristi is a highly entertaining player, one of the quickest players on the tour. Really can fly around the table, but he has some serious game as well, as he shows there. Didn't try and make both, but he was playing red off red just to open up the one that went into the top left.
Good start here, even more important given that golden break. It's looking a pretty good start so far. Just coming on to look at the angle he wants on the ball to the middle pocket after he's played the one down the left rail.
8 ball might stop him from getting the low angle he's looking for to play both in the centre, but if that's the case, just play for the straight and drop it in and go top right with your final ball.
Yeah, exactly as you said. Nothing really to do here, just stop shots one after another. Well, this has been a pretty quick fire start, hasn't it? 2 frames down within a couple of minutes.
Yeah, yesterday was a slightly slower start as all the players in the first couple of matches just took a little bit of time to find their feet. He's more likely to get picked out than whoever else is left if you've got 2 or 3 of the bounties. So I think he's probably going to have to potentially do these 2 matches, and whoever he may play if he beats Kristi here, and then probably have to do it again, and then maybe even 1 or 2 more for the final. So there's no doubt about it. For Callum to win this title, he's going to have to do it the hard way.
He's also going to have to get through Kristi. He looks pretty purposeful from what we've seen from that first frame.
Yeah, and that's a really big challenge. He's been playing great this year, Kristi Caulfield.
Cluster of balls near the middle pocket, but purposefully leaving an angle to get into it early on. I think it's a very different experience playing him at 11 o'clock this morning than it would have been at 11 o'clock last night, which was what a few people were calling for.
I don't know, though. I just think he's that sort of player. He's very inspirational. I wouldn't have wanted to go down that road, put it that way.
Wow, he's played some great shots already this morning. Still got a bit more to do in this frame, but it's in pretty good position. He has actually got an angle, I think, to come down. He's looking at potentially cannoning into those two reds. He hasn't quite got the angle to hold high for the yellow at the bottom of the table.
Oh, that's fabulous. That's the best shot he's played so far this morning. That's I know he's played a couple of really high-class shots and creative shots, but that control and that touch was absolute top draw.
Yeah, we're only a frame and a half in from him playing, but he's played some great cannons already. It's been a very complete game. It's not like he's just taking out easy finishes here. The first one required a bit of work, and this one has definitely required a bit of artistry to open the balls up.
Still needs that one good shot just to land on the 8-ball. And that's not it. Might have to go into the 8-ball now, or the red below the 8-ball. Half ball on the red would be lovely. Or maybe not quite half ball, maybe quarter ball. I was thinking if he got that thinner contact, it might come on and off the top cushion, but the half ball actually sends it too wide.
Oh, how close was that? Well, that would have been a fabulous finish to start the day off with. Just came up short on the double.
Tough though for Callum. He's going to have to play a couple of really good positional shots, and question even if he's got an opening pot on, can he pot the bottom red of the table? If not, there's nothing on for him. And with the 8-ball over the pocket, you will not want to play safe.
No, it's not even an easy safety even if he wanted it. Well, he could pot that one.
It could pot that one, so this is going to come down to one really good positional shot. Oh, and he's a touch short here as well.
Yeah, he's not going to have perfect control. Not a complete formality of a pot even. Couldn't avoid the Callum on the top ball, but he's played that about as well as he could from where he was. It's going to be all about how he gets on the balls at the top of the table.
He doesn't necessarily have to move the cue ball particularly far here. If he just wants to stun, yeah, there we go, stun to about there. You've got quite a wide margin to then drop in the centre and track to the break line on the right-hand side. Well, decides to move it a lot further. The problem with that is leaving the angle you need, and that is nowhere near.
Yeah, must have felt he had too much angle to play the shot you described, because screwing twice across the table, it's going to be much harder to judge that. He's now going to have to go the long way round.
Well, he's on this one. No angle though. No, the angle he has is wrong. It's the wrong way.
Very hard to see a route to getting position on the two balls that are to the right of the cue ball for a straight pot. Is he just going to have to settle for a double, or is he going for something extravagant?
Even if he's on the double, question whether it's any good to get on the last red.
If the 8-ball wasn't hanging right over the pocket, this would be quite an easy place to play a tight snooker, but I'm not sure that would be any good to him, so he's going to have to go for the attacking option.
No, thrown wide. Played it slowly and just slid on him just a little bit.
Use of 8 balls for Kristi. Be disappointed he didn't get it the first time round, but actually it's not the worst thing sometimes when your opponent chases a finish and misses it. 31 matches, but with that extra life it's 16 and 16 across the 2 days.
Okay. We don't really know how Callum's feeling today. Obviously we saw him try and take out that really tough counter previously, but the frame he won was a golden break, so first opportunity for him to have first visit and really get a sense of how you're feeling, I think, on a first visit rather than a counter.
tough format because he's already won several matches, but really it just doesn't count for anything. If he doesn't win this match, it's all forgotten. Not yet in the prize money, got to get into the top 12. So needs to win 2 matches to assure himself of that. Ian Alley, currently the man in the hot seat. He's enjoyed that position overnight, and we'll be hoping that he manages to retain it well into today.
You get the sense with what the players we have left, he could be there a while. You know, it really wouldn't be a surprise for Ian to still, and you see him there in the background, actually in the hot seat. It wouldn't be a surprise if he was there when we get to the final 5 players, when the hot seat no longer exists.
It's going to be much tougher today for sure to get 3 in a row. Saw a few people lose their 3rd match yesterday. 3 people got into good positions and looked like they could go 3 from 3. 3 did successfully do it. Callum Singleton, Carl Sutton and then Ian Alley. Carl Sutton will obviously be disappointed to have lost the hot seat, but still, I think he'll be happy with the way the tournament's gone because he's got through to the Sunday. He's had a good performance yesterday, so it feels like he's been part of the tournament. He's not somebody that people are going to be rushing to call out either, given the choice today.
Just knowing Carl and his mindset, he's probably fully aware that he would... I suspect he was hoping that the hot seat might get him into the prize money, and he's probably fully aware that he's got a couple more matches to go before he gets there, and he'll be thinking, well, I know I'm going to play before we get to the final 12, because it's the way he thinks. So he's going to have to do some more work.
It will depend on how the matches go, whether it goes to a random draw or whether it regularly goes to a random draw. I don't think he's going to be somebody that people are going to pick immediately, maybe in a few players' time. But this format promotes a few random draws. So Callum's gone about these well. He's just got the long ball down the rail. It's just slightly off the cushion. Keyed beautifully though. Good clearance that. It's been a good standard of play so far.
8 ball again. Not this time. The cue ball though.
Be glad he didn't make the 8 ball given the cue balls down. Would be a golden duck if you pot black and white.
That's a very harsh cue ball. That was perfect in terms of straight back into the triangle area. Didn't make any other balls. It sort of just softens the blow a touch. It would have been dry. This is clever from Kristi. This red's awkward, so he's going to try and play red off red and get this one out of the way. Just leave the one in the centre of the table as the problem.
Well thought through shot. He's going to be slightly annoyed he's tied the red up, but couldn't really guarantee that he wouldn't do that. A couple more challenges to negotiate. He's got the red near the yellow in the middle of the table. He's going to need to access at some stage. They've just come a roll too far from being able to pot this and cannon into the 2 that are tied up together. So forced to play it the other way, red off red, which was a more difficult shot.
The way he played that, I think that was an out-and-out safety.
Well, yeah, I was hesitating because his body language coming away from the table looked like it was when he first played it. I thought he'd gone for the pot and missed it, but maybe he had just concluded that there wasn't a shot on.
I mean, there's a lot of moving parts there, unless he was thinking of making it to the bottom left and then playing the red that he's underneath off the yellow to left centre, which was going to open up his problem red for him. Very big tactical exchange here now, with the clock ticking down. That's worked out well for Kristi. He's opened up a red and not left a yellow on. But the problem with that, it has opened up the yellow as well. Just adds to the tariff of this safety exchange.
Big shot here, because if he can get the cue ball safe, Kristi's going to be in a world of trouble, but if he doesn't, all the reds are there.
Yeah, that's good. Left edges here, but nothing more than that.
And the pressure's now on Kristi, because he's going to come up with a shot that doesn't leave access to any of the 7 yellows. And a good quality of safety in this frame.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it? The wall of reds. They're kind of, there's a few yellows in the way as well, and they're both just trying to use their areas of the table.
Neither of them has really put a foot wrong. They've both been in situations where one mistake could be the last in the frame. Keep coming up with the shots.
That's the first real dangerous shot that Callum's had to play, because he was opening up one of the obvious reds and he has left it on.
And that's a very good pot. Having been involved in that safety exchange, to come out with that shot was excellent. He's got the reds open. He's conscious that there is a risk of tying one up and potting the ball to the middle, so just looking at taking it long instead.
Bit rushed in the end as well. Obviously, first shot he's played at the 15 seconds a shot. That was a really good chance to get out.
The last 5 minutes of each of the matches being played to the shorter 15-second shot clock.
Oh, Callum really needed to get that loss of turn. If he gets the loss of turn, he takes control of the frame. Wasn't easy. He couldn't just play into the red. He had to hit cushion first into the red to be able to pot it, or guarantee potting it. Just misses it.
So there's a chance that Kristi's worked hard for. Just get through to the potting angle of the middle of the reds. Played a kind of 2-for-1 shot there. Kind of trying both balls. In the end, it was the one that he cannoned rather than the ball that he was aiming for. Different style of frame from the first ones. Saw some great skill in clearing up, but he's had to fight for this one. Great moment to take a 3-2 lead as well. The clock is now ticking right down. And having ground his way into that frame through some high quality safety, it is Kristi Caulfield that sneaks a frame ahead again.
And he's got 3:45 to try and negotiate and the break. 3:45 may not be relevant if he finds the finish here, and he has a good chance to. First glance was yellows, but I think these reds are okay. And he's going to go yellows. I was thinking red bottom right, you're on the one left centre and then you're away. He's going yellows. He had the natural angle to play the breakout straight away. The only one that doesn't actually go on the yellows is the one that's kind of third of the three at the bottom of the table, on the left-hand side.
Forced to play quickly because of the shot clock, but obviously not really in a rush. It's one of those positions though where there's no real point thinking about the clock, it's just going to think about this finish.
sure that yellow doesn't pass the red to bottom left, so that's the challenge here. Could play from here. I think he's just straight enough to hold for yellow to bottom right, and then you can play the breakout. Yeah, hold high. Yeah, now you can play short position, or you play the cannon. Short position is probably a good option here. Brilliant.
Couldn't have played that any better. That's absolutely perfect. He's also getting to a position where he doesn't necessarily need to complete the clearance. He's managed to pot enough balls that time is starting to become a factor.
What's he got? Just under the minute. If he misses this, you feel like Callum's definitely got a chance to counter, though.
And this is the missable shot in the frame.
And he has missed it. Here we go then, Callum. You've got 40 seconds. This is very much on.
We will go to a 6 red if he gets these, in all likelihood. There'll be one more break if he could clear up quickly enough, but that's the match over.
That first shot was a poor one from Callum. If he just gets across past that red that he cannoned, he'll get out, he'll deal with the ones at the bottom quickly, and then the one he played there, it was his last ball for the 8 ball. So, relatively decent chance considering the situation of the match. And he has conceded defeat. He'll be disappointed. That was a really good chance to get us to a 6 red shootout there. But Kristi Caulfield has taken the victory.
The first question I'm going to ask you, you have options. You can either go to a random draw or you can pick a player out. What would you like to do?
Pick someone out.
Well, there's your players, mate. Take a look. That's the list of names right there.
Carl Morris. Carl Morris. Let's go. Carl Morris.
Carl Morris, all right. That'll do, mate. Where are you, Carl? Come on down. He's hiding away, I think. He's not in here. Well, that's Carl Morris for you. We'll get you Carl in just a moment. Carl Morris versus Kristi Caulfield is next.